Hello and welcome to Failure and Analysis. I'm playing Blood Bowl 2 with my Elven Union. This is game 8 against Goblins. This should be fun. Let's see how many inducements he gets. Let's see. Uh-oh. Who do we have here? Too tall brown. Wait, the only stats you have are 48 yards running. Nice. I like it. So 2 trolls, a fanatic, a loony, a bombardier, pogoer, lots of goblins, 4 rerolls. Alright, pretty scary looking team. 230k. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a lot of bribes. It's going to be fun. You've got numbers, I'll give you that. 11 guys left. Yeah, just get lots of bribes and star players and wizards. Makes sense. You still got money to burn. Oh, you get cheaper bribes. That's what you get. They're only 50k. Yep, I'm just loving that Nuffle's altar on Underworld. 10k for the bomber? Whew, sign me up. That was so much fun. Oh, but it's raining. You probably want to protect your chainsaw and bombers a little better from a first turn blitz. Yeah, it could be. I still have to figure out how to knock these trolls down or get them out of the way. I wouldn't necessarily have to with 5 strength, but oh, the goblin doesn't even. The goblin chainsaw doesn't even have dodge. So he's super easy to knock down. Alright, let's see if rain gives me fits again. Alright, I like the goal. Alright. Ooh, an extra reroll. An excellent kick. Thanks for the extra reroll. Appreciate it. Gonna need it. You go ahead and go first. The old blitz throw a rock combo. Uh-oh. No. Oh, it's circus time. Both of us. That troll's a menace. Yep, he had to take away that assist so I could get that both down. Important stuff. Nice 4+ there. Move a goblin next to him. There you go. Oh, that's just not right. Squigs. All right. I was lined up for another 1 and 9 there, wasn't I? If block wasn't a thing, the skill, I assume you mean? It's hard to say. Like, that would change so much. Just because of the starting lineups of a lot of teams rely on that for one of their major advantages. Oh, like if you didn't start with it, you couldn't take it later? Yeah, I do wish there was a better, how to phrase this? Whoa! I wish there was more distinction between skilled teams and attribute teams. You know, Chaos being the classic attribute teams. That develop really nicely, but have no starting skills for the most part. Because they can just go get all the skills, whereas the skilled teams can't go get the attributes. I think that would make the high and low TV disparity much better. Yeah, like if you look at Two Heads, for example, right? We were just talking about this with the Underworld team. Makes those goblins just so much better than New Kid. Got him. Make them so much better. And if that were, say, in agility, that mechanic were in agility, those teams that rely on dodges and don't have high agility, more teams could take advantage of that and become more agile without actually getting the agi up. Another comparable one would be like +1 strength when blocking, right? It's not exactly like Dauntless, but I feel like that would be a pretty desirable skill. You could win all the one-on-ones that you were squaring off on. You would only need 1 assist, you know, for hitting those 4 strength guys. It might need to replace Dauntless because Dauntless is already trying to do that, but it's less reliable and doesn't help you when you're even strength. But it would make skills available to help compensate for not being able to get the attributes, but with a more narrow focus. I think that would help the skill teams a lot, especially the 3 teams that have 3 strength and 3 agility. So at high TV, they would have skills that were trying to emulate attributes and could compete better with the attribute teams that have all the skills. It would also put more pressure on the various builds that are all pretty cookie cutter and homogenized. For the most part.
Ah, good. He's got the ball. It's always in Paris.
Because once you have too many things you want, that's the right place to be from a game design perspective. That's when builds get interesting. If you can only take 6 skills and you want 10 of them, then not everyone's going to look the same. G6 movement 10 gutters, yeah. Yeah, those they're an abomination. Yeah, and that's, I mean, the the piling on too is the other problem, right? Because nobody ever really complains about the movement 10, strength 6 human dude, because it just can't happen, right? The only place where that kind of stack piling can happen is on all the races that have high base attributes. And there's no equivalent to that for humans. It's not like, oh my gosh, he's got 5 skills, are you kidding me? Like, look how well those skills combo together. You know, it's like, it's just not, it's not a thing. And it could be. Then it'd be like a very highly skilled you know, player would be just as feared as, like a level 7 player would be feared with all skills as it is, you know, some of those gutter runners that are crazy. What am I trying to do? Pass the ball to the enemy player? I'm not seeing your message being checked. Oh, I guess it did. I okayed it, I believe. Yeah, I definitely agree, Simon. I do think the attributes have pretty severely diminishing returns after the first one. Going from 5 agility to 6, you know. Yeah, you can start to do some freaky things, but 5 gets you most of what you want to do. +1 strength, you know, there are some pieces that are +2 strength, but you do want some skills, so it's like, I mean, movement is one of those ones that is probably the exception, just because on guys where you want movement, you want all of it. But the value of that first attribute is so much more, is so much higher on guys who have higher base stats than it is on guys with average stats. I mean, you could say that a 2 goblin going to 3 is great, but any 4 going to 5 is huge. So I don't know, it's just I'm gonna go over here because I'm scared. I don't have anyone with block left. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Latrook, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a huge point, especially for a human team or a Brett team or any team that needs to play the ball on occasion. And so having skills that make you effectively Agi 4 in more narrow circumstances, like 2 heads for your catchers, right? Or you know, more generalized skills like plus Agi when passing and catching, you know, something like that, right? Like, not that passing and catching is really a thing in the game, but that just make you perform because you have a skill. Like, I like the direction that diving catch had, which was +1 to catch it on accurate passes. I thought that was pretty sweet. It didn't make that skill something that was purchasable, but that has more to say, says more about the nature of the passing game or the state of the passing game in Blood Bowl than it does about you know, the need for that kind of thing. Tom Schnizzle, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I think Agi 5 and Leap are really the things that... Oh, wow. Agility is a... Or Hypnogaze is an agility thing? I didn't even realize that. That's interesting. So more agility. Guess you can maneuver your eyes faster to make sure you make eye contact. That's funny thematically. With the blocker. I know he's the ball carrier, but this guy's hiding inside the logo. Pretty good camouflage. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember that part. Like, I haven't played Vamps very much, if at all. But I did play with Elendril a fair bit. But he never got, he never leveled up, so I never had the opportunity to see some of the nuances of that skill. Yeah, he's definitely going Leap. I do like it. I haven't decided whether I take Leap next or just go Dodge so that he can survive a little while. Because he's really suffered not having Dodge. Like, he's just so easy to take down. No! Yeah. I think, you know, I'm of mixed minds about, you know, the comedy teams, the teams that they made but knew were going to be kind of bad. you know, part of me wants there to be tons of teams that are competitive, and there's just lots of choice just to make all the games very different. It's also really difficult to match players' expectation with their of a team being competitive with the thematic that they're going to fall in love with. So it's really disheartening to fall in love with the team thematic and then find out later from the rest of your players, you know, that you're playing with, that your team is a joke when it comes to being competitive. That's really sad. But I also like that some teams are a little bit silly and can be played in a more relaxed manner. I think that would have made it would have been smarter if they had thought it all the way through, to have variance, you know, on the teams that make them silly, or certain competitions that make things more silly, so people could play, you know, in specific environments to pull that off, and to try their best to make all the teams a little bit more competitively close. Because I don't think vampires are very far. Like, vamps with decent dice do very well, but there are times when they just also fall apart, so they're just very high variance. But it wouldn't take much tweaking to make them a viable race. Same with all the other ones. Yeah, in internal leagues, you know, where they all get pro, that team can do some damage. Yeah, and then some, and you know, and to be honest, yeah, Too Tall Brown. I assumed the KO was a turnover as well, but apparently not. You can kill your own goblins all you want. Keep playing. See if you can pitch clear yourself in one turn. It won't stop you. Yeah, and within all the teams also, like, they didn't intend the 4 elf teams to be, they intended for them all to be competitive, but it just didn't turn out that way because, you know, the balance is off on some things, which it's very difficult in a game like this, especially where everything is so different, to get the balance just right across all the teams. But that's why I feel like it's time for someone to say, hey, Blood Bowl's still kind of a thing that people play, and let's give it, you know, a once-over and put a team on it, get some, you know, big thinkers doing their thing and fixing some stuff up, and work with the community who have, you know, previously been very helpful with that kind of stuff, because they've been playing it forever, know the teams and the dynamics inside and out, can very easily tell you what works and what doesn't. As long as you still have someone who is accountable for the final call, understands sort of what this game is about, which isn't always about how competitive is every element, you know. There should still be some elements that are in there just for fun, which I think a lot of the community members would be like, nope, not powerful enough, get rid of it. But that's a, you know, poor way to work on a game like this. I think it needs those elements. I guess I could have punched that goblin, but... Oh, that's a good spot for a bomb right there, Too Tall Brown. Didn't even see that. Yeah, and Simon, that's so right. And that's one of the smartest things they've done, is make it so that the top of every team makes it in. Because then, yeah, I mean, you have to compete against an environment that's going to shred your team in a lot of cases, but at the end of the day, all you got to do is beat beat your rivals of that race. Yeah, that would be a great change. Like the tree doesn't have loner, right? The halfling tree. So yeah, I like that change a lot. No, you got your own man. You got your own man. Hey, Sergeant Oddity, welcome to the channel. Yeah, that's definitely a great point, Sergeant Oddity. When they originally developed it, you know, they had no idea. I mean, this was all before the internet was even invented, so it's hard to foresee that. That's why I feel like, I mean, what do their numbers look like when it comes to player, you know, the player bases? Are more people playing tabletop than online in matchmaking in Blood Bowl 2? Because if it's starting to lean towards Blood Bowl 2 matchmaking or Blood Bowl 2 leagues even that are eternal, then they should start to think about how to take care of that community. But if it's still primarily tabletop, then, you know, and they've also sort of diverged with it. The new box set has different rules than online, so they're not afraid to make two different rule sets, and that's also cool. Obviously, the ideal is that both the rule sets are identical, but I just get the feeling that nobody is actively really working on it or will work on it anytime soon. I'm very curious if they do another Blood Bowl game, a Blood Bowl 3. I mean, we obviously saw a pretty dramatic improvement in the visuals from Blood Bowl 1 to Blood Bowl 2. I'm not so sure that we could get another improvement like that. And how many people would care about, you know, a smaller improvement in visuals. So I feel like if they were going to do a Blood Bowl 3, the expectation would be that they have some changes to teams or rules or both. Like, I don't know. Blood Bowl 3 would definitely be like changes that would be welcome would be to the UI, to the matchmaking, you know, to the, you know, chat system, anything that helps with, you know, community building, letting people be friends and, you know, interact with each other, things like that. All that stuff would be welcome. But I'd just love to see it take the next step, you know. This game is amazing, but it's trapped in the trapped in the 90s or whatever, the last time the LBR was really updated. Yeah, new teams would definitely be welcome. They have tons to draw from the fantasy perspective, from the Warhammer universe. You know, they could make new stuff that isn't even in the Warhammer universe. But the stranger the stuff gets from what's out there already, means they would have to make new skills you know, to account for some of the things like, oh, this is a spectral team and they can go ethereal or whatever, you know, like how do you have to define that skill and make new stuff, and that's all potentially very scary to the community. No. The hoods on those trolls are ridiculous. Yellow polka dot hoods. Oh, the bribe failed. Who did it fail on? The bombardier? The loony? Oh, the loony, no! He was murdering. Alright, separate. Split up, boys. Jeez. Clan Eshin. Just the fastest team ever. Yeah, the night runners were seemed like a trap. It's like, ooh, really fast. But 2 agility, or 3 agility, 2 strength. Not real promising. Will you stop swinging that thing for just a second? I'm trying to think here. Ooh, Cheeky. Yeah, I'm sad about stab. It really is just worse than it needs to be. Go get it, Too Tall Brown. Look at all that space I'm giving you. Now you can cruise right up the middle. Right back where he started. Yeah, and usually one of your gutters is your movement up guy who isn't always played. You can do a lot of damage with just 3 on the field. So wanting more of that, but worse, is probably not helpful at all. Uh-oh. Ooh, got it. Coming for you, Pogo. Wait, the one troll didn't help the other troll with his really stupid roll? Or was that the second one? Yeah, the first one was a 4+. Oh, yeah, right. It's really stupid. Can't help really stupid. That's amazing. That was a misclick, I assume, trying to dodge in there. Give that thing a wide berth. Got him. I like how my large thud is holding the goblin up between him and the ball and chain. Oh boy. Morthanian Aglanaren. How dare you? Can't see, game. Can't see. Badonk. Four plus pickup. Oh, makes it look so easy. Yeah, it's good against snotlings, right? Yeah, it's close to being a really cool and interesting idea. Let it give SPPs. Give it the Mighty Blow treatment. Have it be something you could skill up specifically to, you know, add like claw to fight higher armor guys, or you know, things like that. It already has good combos with multi-block and jump up. Well, gee whiz, there goes Too Tall Brown. Yeah, that's fair enough, Lord Stud. That might be why they felt like they couldn't make it any good.
I can't work out if this play is made out of desperation or genius.
I like this. The dung is about to hit the fan.
That player's got
Uh-oh.
their wages today.
Oof.
That
Ouch.
looks painful.
Nogs. Gimloop. My back. It's the old wound.
It's up. Let's hope Nuffle is smiling on those blocking dice balls.
Knuckles always smiling, Jim. Just don't always know which side is important.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a touchdown. Have built up quite the lead. Is it too late for the other side to counter?
Oh, you silly goblins. Piling into the injury box.
I imagine that in their dreams, at least, winning was work.
They're down the play. Easy moves. Possession is the key to winning. But it's driving their coach crazy, as his team has just kicked it away.
Oh, please, referee, stop it! Stop it, please!
I think he meant to say variant teams. So he was adding an S. Plus S.
This player should be brain transferred.
Forget the ball. Just like dish it out a few whacks.
Pro elves now with claw. Well,
Twinkle toes there. Failure that could cost his team dear.
Yeah, mixed teams is just a funny concept to add. I mean, the game is already pretty min-maxy, right? And so giving people an environment where they can be even more ridiculous.
They have forced possession away from the ball holder.
It's a crowd pleaser idea, I guess. But yeah, if you really just work out the math, it's probably just going to end up being everybody playing the same team. Big is just too big. Oh, needs a push here. Nope. Not a push. Nope. But then again, I haven't played it, so maybe there's more diversity than I think.
Now it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet. It's never simple.
More bruh.
Together forward.
Oh, I like this guy's work too. Big. Sold off both of my blitzers and a lineman.
The ball is handed off and play continues uninterrupted.
Definitely got some stars. Look at this guy. Just casually grabs the ball. Now he's gonna get tossed. Oh no. No, you're supposed to spike the ball after it's in the end zone. You don't spike the goblin while he's holding the ball. Well, he's got a chainsaw. Just can't see it. I'm not zoomed in close enough. Probably dinged the hand of the troll as he was trying to throw him too. That's why he had to set him down in a hurry. Strumpagon, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Now we got you, big. Oh, we got you, big. See, there was I got you, comma, big, and then without the comma. See what I did there? Does anybody see? Two tackle zones, huh? Taylor Bear, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Oh man. Don't be angry at the poor human. Oh man, I need scoring threats. Forgot. I really just need to make this pickup.
Not what you'd expect.
Game didn't hear me. Make the pickup. Ooh. Now make the dodge. Alright. On course. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Taylor Bear. I almost forgot.
You need balls to score.
That's right, the classic canoring threat. I got my 2 GFI and thrower over here just in case. But that was it.
Nice. Very nice.
I was gonna pogo him to death. There's 1 dice. Surely you can get an extra dice.
There's 2 big guys is always better.
Don't push him towards the end zone. Good job. Uh-oh, that's a lot of GFIs.
They're attacking the ball, Cannonball.
Got him.
Watching the same match as you.
He got him though.
Hey, with a ball carrier.
Oh, and he's stunned. Now I gotta get that ball. Throw it to my thrower, who makes 2 GFIs to score. Oh, you wanted the score. Well then. Okay, so I need a blocker. How's he gonna get there? Push this goblin. Does that help me? Not really. Not really. A 4 agility? But I want to throw it with a 5 agility. Alright. Alright, fine.
This could be a sack. I love it. Make one back. Bang. Headshot.
Private MJP 919. Totally gonna work. No problems.
Player open.
We are elves after all.
He's either waiting for the ball or abusing the fans. Drop the ball.
You did. You catch it?
Fighting in the dying moments
Nope.
of the match.
You throw it to a thrower to catch. That's it. I'm buying him catch. I'm buying my thrower catch. Just for situations like that. They come up once every 8 games. And he's got to be ready. Hey, new kid. You leveled up just in time to die. GG, man. That was fun. Oh, not enough POWs. Work on your POW game, man. Nice. Deleting the team. We got some level ups. I'm seriously running out of players. I can afford another catcher though. Ooh, let's see what he got. Tackle. Right? Pretty sure this is tackle. I mean, I don't have any. Yeah, Taylor Bear, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so the one question is, do I give him leap before dodge? Because he has just been getting mauled lately. Which makes him easier to knock down, makes him easier to foul. Because everyone wants to foul on Agi 5 before he gets going. So, do I get dodge first and then leap? Or do I just start making him a cage diver now? Etc. I can't decide. Because Agi 5 with dodge is already pretty good. And he does a lot more dodging around than he does leaping, so.
This circle of happy serenity. Aren't they a bunch of happy clappies, Joe?
I wouldn't like to use the Reverend Captain's ball, as that has certain...
Yeah. And certainly soft cages. Are manageable already, so. Yeah, and dodge is just going to help him survive until he gets to see his dreams. But that's kind of what I was thinking, but I do want to get him a leap. Attributes, man. Attributes. Three 150K players. Alright, that was game 8 versus Goblin from Too Tall Brown. That was fun. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and come follow me on Twitch. And I'll see you soon.